I started playing chess when I was a kid. You really have to think a few moves ahead. And you've got to also figure out the strengths and weaknesses of your play and your opponent's play. I think that's incredibly valuable in life. I've been involved with AIPAC for 30 years, from a campus activist through a board member. I have never seen a movement with people as dedicated to the strength of the U.S.-Israel relationship. And I have seen how strategic AIPAC is, really in everything that we do. I grew up loving being the only girl in a family of all boys. I had charts in my room of the different formations in football because they wanted to make sure that I grew up tough and that I could play football with them. Our dinner table conversations were all about the U.S.-Israel relationship. And we grew up knowing that this was something important, that this relationship has to stay strong and secure. My parents raised us to be politically active because it is our right. It is something that we are fortunate to have by living in this amazing country. I interned for AIPAC before my senior year in college. I had never worked with people that were so smart and interesting and passionate about this cause that I had grown up with. And so after college, the only thing I wanted to do was work for AIPAC. I was fortunate that there was an opening in the Southwest office. There were only 3 of us, and we covered 6 states in the Southwest: Texas, Arizona, Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Knowing football and being able to talk to people about the Friday night lights of the local community while also talking about the U.S.-Israel relationship, I think that gave me a little bit of credibility. So I do thank my brothers for that. After working with AIPAC for a few years, I decided to go to Kellogg, which is Northwestern's business school, and pursued a career in business. And because I was a huge sports fan, I launched a sports business and worked with the NFL for a little while as a consultant. A week after I moved to New York, I met my husband on a blind date, and 7 months later we were engaged, and 6 months after that we were married. Doug and I, we knew raising kids that we would instill in them the values that we uphold. One of those values is keeping Israel safe and secure. There was a moment when my family was young and I was starting a new business, and I wanted to get more involved in AIPAC, but I didn't know if I had the time or if I had the energy. And then 9/11 happened. And I said, how can I not get more involved? And I never wanted to look back and say, I didn't do everything I could possibly do to prevent terror, not only in this country, but in Israel. One of the most important aspects of AIPAC as an organization is that we're bipartisan.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
I value my relationships with members of Congress, and I know that they value having a relationship with me. They're getting information that is valuable to them when they have to go vote on a piece of legislation. We have the facts on our side. There's no question about that.
Last summer down in Houston.
It's a matter of relaying those facts to those people that can be decision makers. We are in unprecedented times. There are going to be threats going forward that we probably can't even imagine. Layer that with a Congress that is polarized, a community that is polarized, a country that is polarized. This may be as complicated a political situation as our movement has ever faced. I've been an AIPAC activist since I was 18 years old. And I am committed to making us stronger, even in these complicated times. I believe there's always a strategy to build on strength and ultimately to emerge victorious. We need to stay true to our values and our core mission. We need to work with Congress as we do now on a bipartisan basis, and we need every one of our supporters to be part of that voice, to be part of the unified movement. We have no choice. We have to succeed.